Serious.
Even if Jason does show up, he wouldn't dare to touch us. Do you think you are throwing his name around? I might not be anyone special,
Kaya
but I
pumundok
can stay
sa'yo.
away from someone
Ito.
like Jason on my own.
Excuse me. Hello, Mr. Connor. Georgia straightened her just as she was about to meet her end. A young man said,
What's your name? Fine. Which branch are you from?
No. No.
How long have you been?
Tsaka apo ka ng paksanaha. Yes, wala.
I know it's a thing that puts you in the eighth generation in your position. But at least
the man had iodine steel nails driven into his spine, each one sealing away a terrifying multiple lovers each door. Because once unleashed, that power would destroy the entire world. He had only wanted to live a simple life, working as a laborer in a great shop. But fate had other plans. Enemies of the beautiful shop were looking for revenge, as everyone around them fell one by one, and with his benefactor on the brink of death, he finally made his decision to fight back and repay her kindness.
Berdua. Si. Yeah, sambil preset pero sa malas ka lang mo bikin ng mga may sabi yun. Ada basic dulu kalau tak coba tak bisa. Sama ketimbang nanti.
我吃饭，吃饱了。
요즘
吃饱了吗？啊，真的。我说不了吗吧？你说，是个考试吗？吃饱了。哎，咦，开手。你好。批评。你说，是个考试吗？咦，做了个考试吗？
그런 것 때문에 중요해.
这个，你不让吧呀？啊，去哪去说了吧？我说不热吗吧？啊，这么个。呼，啊，这不发怕了不？你说，是个考试吗？哦。我吃饭吃个饱了。这个。啊，这不发怕了不？可吃饱了吗？你这个，你不让吧啦？咦，做了个考试吗？
不，大人。
Cosa vogliamo ba? Visto? Shiva Koshama? Oh, tak na. Katipo volamo. Nino? Oh. Mucha fast, go bola. Ah, Jamuga. Move. Cosa vogliamo ba? Marabala. Nichokoto. Visto? Shiva Koshama? Katipo volamo. Mucha fast, go bola. Cucaccio! Lahos! Lupa, lupa! Чего пола ластоки лавы? Кашупан! Ласково жута трика! Лавана! Пошта фика полата! Фла! Чемуга! Чемуга! Кашут? Бачу!
Housekeeping mo.
Cosa vogliamo ba?
Sweet and hollow. Sweet or hollow.
Katoka!
I'm playing six.
Oh! What a shoot! Hello!
Orang lain. Thank you for looking the stream, Sleeping Moon. Dito nih dari sekolah nih.
What is it doing?
Bro, flashbang.
Flash mo. Maduro. Nakit.
Tidur. Ibu tidur.
Nalimit na.
Apa? Weekly post. Limit nito ka pa. 3 kali kan?
Masih 3 kali. Kira ko na ubala.
Sekarang dia tahu pula. Dulu dia begitu kan? Nggak tahu kalau sekarang.
Jauh lagi di bos di depan.
Apa mau lawan?
Bukan gundam itu yang pakai spion.
Cosa mi?
Kaya na bisa na apa cyberpunk para kasi di bos kan.
Kunin niya ang NBS. Nakalawan si David.
Oh, itu.
Karena kasi yung boss niya. So, tinatawag pa mo lang yung boss na sa kaibigan. Hindi na kaya kawan na. Ang boss niya. Lagi upgrade dari pada David. Mati yan si David kawan niya.
Iya.
Luas, satu shop plus saudara kecil tadi ini datangnya tadi association so collaboration sama partners
Hello, Star. Welcome to the stream. My name is Sweet Howard. You can call me Sweet Park World. And I'm playing Sims. How are you today?
apa tim semua ada kan sudah
Hmm?
pas semua ada sekarang
Apa? Oh, di laptop. GTA. 이제 Skyrim. Left 4 Dead. Ghost Street. Wih. Tadi pas masa gila makan 4 terus kan.
masih itu ada apaan
Oh, ini nih game hantu-hantu tuh Indo nih. Minecraft. Oh, Assassin's Creed 2.
Yuki ada dua animation yang dia form yang dibuat dari animation
Sudah saya bilang tadi cerita tuh.
ada animation terus kalau animationnya kan terus info begini terus ada kecil
Iya malah menong. Semua malah kawan.
Mana mau tanya? Oh, benar sini. Kita makin sempit.
oh satu lagi kurang lebih kurang
Oke. Siapa mau? Kau?
syarat tuh yang next sebulan
Bekerja,
sekolah pas balik kepada Haji saya Haji Haji yang si perempuan saya boleh coba
Fate nih.
kafe
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream. I'm Sweet Hollow, and you can call me Sweet or Hollow. Playing Sims 2. Chill out. Congrats on your mission. sangkit
Bali
ng
salah satu
tempat.
animation dia duduk.
Oh, ada kayak dengan animation. Fine, let's sit down, I guess. No, let's start with that.
Kalau orang mau kasih flyer Pak Yuki masuk ke pada Zoom, Zoom all the way to home.
Caramel. Cute. Palota?
Yang tradition dari Japanese kan? Baru itu kan? Oh ya, si Chisa.
Cisa. Oh ya,
Ito.
Cisa ya.
Terus? Ya. Sian senarnya Sita yang
Bola kah?
Saya tidak suka dia apa tips dia apa tempat Augusta apa kan medieval kayak yang
bukan cuma medieval lah.
Rom lah.
Nggak Rom.
Pakaian Rom kan Rom kayak pakaian Rom kayak soldier.
Palota?
Cuma masuk berjalan ke sini.
Viva la mano. Ramona Balacavana.
Jalan kan? Sini baik.
Nomi.
Hindi lah. Story maksud?
Story sendiri topik saya yang
Dia tahu pula yang 2.0 plus.
Turn that stream off now. Turn that stream off now.
Kilo makaya tatoya.
Turn that stream off now. Turn that stream off now. Turn that stream off now.
Echelon. Wah, coba kakak lah pun.
Känner Riefgetau. Cosa?
Piccolo. Salita. Sto la bocca. Ciao. Ciao.
Non è venuto a fare solo. Non è.
To possono.
Paano?
Oh, Zikova. Solo con Cuba. Galas. Ah, Yogidu.
Visto? Cibo kosher ma ciao. Ah,
Guarda qui.
하고 싶어. 소비아이.
Boleh udah lama.
Ready, Hepburn, everyone. Hello, Gala.
Miss Clark.
Hah?
Kanya apa tuh?
Sekarang?
Banyak kan banyak orang yang pakai kan ya.
Lupa sih. Psikiatrik oriented kan dia tuh.
Wicked! Epic!
Siapa nih? Rosemary J. Marcus Soul. Kalau Iban Wisnu.
known, but others are so obscure that many players have never even heard of them. In fact, a few look completely different from the original game, while others have been almost entirely forgotten over time, as if they never existed in the first place. Today I'm going to take you on a journey through every version of San Andreas, exploring their differences, their history, and the unique details that make each one stand out. Let's start with the beta version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This version isn't officially released by Rockstar, but instead comes from an unofficial mod that aims to restore as much good content as possible back into the game. And the moment you start a new game, you immediately notice that things feel different. CJ's clothing, his walking style, even his overall animations are noticeably different compared to the final release. As you explore further, you'll start to see small but interesting changes in the world itself. Some NPCs behave differently, some have alternate appearances, and in some cases, you'll even find NPCs doing unexpected things like casually skiing on the street, which honestly adds a weird level of realism. One of the most noticeable changes is in the clothing styles of Grove Street members and other gangs, which look slightly different and feel more in line with early design ideas. Overall, this version feels like a glimpse into Rockstar's original vision for the game, before certain ideas don't have changed. Most of this cut content was likely removed due to hardware limitations at the time, or simply because it didn't fit the final tone and direction of the game. PS2 Original. The original version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is most commonly associated with its first release on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox back in 2004. This is the version the game was truly built around, before any ports, updates, or later changes were included. One of the most memorable aspects of this version is its distinct visual atmosphere. The game features a warm, orange-tinted sky, especially noticeable in Los Santos, giving it a cinematic sunset look that many fans still consider unmatched even today. This version is also known for being one of the best-selling games on the PlayStation 2, earning its place as a true classic in history. Early copies of the game even consisted in its hot coffee mini-game code. While it wasn't accessible without modification, its presence later became a major controversy and was removed in future releases. Visually, the original release features slightly rougher character models compared to later versions, but it makes up for it with stylized lighting and shading that give the game a unique and nostalgic feel. Next up is the PC version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The version many players, including myself, experienced for the very first time, especially on low-end computers. This version quickly became famous for one major reason: its massive modding community. On PC, players can completely transform the game, adding new cars, custom maps, enhanced graphics, new missions, and even total conversions that turn San Andreas into something entirely different. Graphically, the PC version has much higher potential compared to the PlayStation 2 release. It supports higher resolutions, improved textures, and a wide range of visual enhancements depending on your hardware and installed mods. Another big advantage is control flexibility. Players can use a keyboard and mouse or a controller with fully customizable key bindings. This makes movement and gameplay feel more precise and tailored to personal preference. Performance is also a strong point. Unlike the console version, the PC version can run at higher frame rates, often 60 FPS or more, resulting in smoother gameplay, especially on PC. One of the most important features is easy access to game files. Players can directly modify things like vehicle handling, weapon stats, and scripts. This level of control simply isn't possible on consoles, and it's a huge reason why the PC version has stayed alive for so long. The game also supports widescreen displays and modern resolutions, either natively or through simple fixes, making it much more compatible with today's hardware. Compared to the PlayStation 2 version, the PC release features cleaner but less atmospheric lighting. It lacks some of the iconic visual effects like the warm orange haze that define the original look. Fortunately, the community stepped in once again. Fans have created countless fixes and enhancements to restore missing effects, fix bugs, and improve overall stability, making the PC version one of the most customizable and enduring ways to play San Andreas. Now let's talk about the mobile version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a version that brought the full game to smartphones and tablets, making it possible to experience San Andreas on the go. This version was a huge step at the time, as it managed to fit a massive fully game into mobile devices without removing the core experience. Visually, the mobile version actually introduced noticeable improvements to the original PlayStation 2 release. It features higher resolution textures, better character models, and improved draw distance, making the world look sharper and more detailed on smaller screens. The lighting system was also upgraded, giving the game a cleaner and more modern appearance. However, just like the later console remasters, this game isn't lost the original atmosphere, with the iconic different, the GTA San Andreas Rage Classic mod, a project that surfaced on the internet around 2012 and quickly caught the attention of the community. This wasn't an official release by Rockstar Games, but rather a fan-made attempt to recreate the classic San Andreas experience using the Rage engine, the same engine used in newer Rockstar titles. The goal of this project was simple but ambitious: to bring the world of San Andreas into a more modern game engine, with improved physics, better animations, and enhanced visuals, while still keeping the original feel intact. At first glance, the mod looks very different from the original game. The lighting, character movement, and environmental details are all more advanced, giving it a more realistic, modern appearance. However, despite these improvements, the project faced major limitations. Since it was a fan-made mod, none of the
Sila tahu, tapi orang yang sudah berkahwin lebih baik jauh dari itu. Perempuan sana berani jual punya.
mod, it was never fully completed, and many features remained unfinished or experimental. Some areas of the map were incomplete, certain mechanics didn't fully work, and overall stability could vary depending on the version being used. Because of these issues, the mod never became a fully playable replacement for the original game. Instead, it remained more of a technical showcase, a glimpse into what San Andreas might look like if it were rebuilt using newer technology. Even so, the Rage Classic mod holds an important place in the community. It represents the creativity and passion of fans who wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible with the game. To this day, it's remembered as one of the more ambitious San Andreas projects, even if it never reached a final conclusion. Another fascinating fan-made project that surfaced on the internet years ago is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Unreal Engine 4 remake. The idea behind this project was incredibly ambitious to completely recreate the entire San Andreas experience inside of Unreal Engine 4, a modern engine known for its powerful visuals and realistic lighting. And from the moment its first trailer was released, it immediately grabbed attention. The difference in graphics was impossible to ignore. The environments looked far more detailed, the lighting felt realistic, and overall, it looked like a true next-generation version of San Andreas. For many fans, it felt like a glimpse into what a real remake could look like. But unfortunately, the project didn't last long. Just a few days after the trailer went public, Rockstar Games took action and shut the project down. The original trailer was also removed from platforms like YouTube, making it much harder to find. However, as with many things on the internet, it can disappear. If you search carefully, you can still find re-uploads shared by fans. In the end, the project never became a playable game. It remains unfinished and now lost in lost time. This version is part of Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the definitive edition, released as an official attempt by Rockstar Games to bring the classic trilogy to modern platforms. It was designed to be the ultimate version of San Andreas, combining updated visuals with modern gameplay improvements while keeping the core experience intact. The game features upgraded graphics powered by Unreal Engine, including improved lighting, higher resolution textures, and enhanced environmental detail. It also introduces modern controls inspired by GTA 5 smoother aiming and quality of life features like navigation pads on the mini-map. This version was also released on mobile devices through Netflix, making it accessible to a new audience with and modern performance on smartphones. However, the game quickly became controversial after launch. Many players criticized the updated character models, which, despite being more detailed, often looked unnatural and lacked the original charm. The lighting system was another major point to debate, since it significantly changed the atmosphere of the game, removing the iconic look that fans remember. At release, the game suffered from numerous bugs, glitches, and performance issues, leading to widespread disappointment. Over time, updates have improved the experience, and one of the most important additions was the return of the classic lighting mode, which restores the original style atmosphere of the version. Even with these improvements, some content remain, including missing music tracks due to licensing issues. In the end, the definitive edition is a modern reimagining of San Andreas, more accessible and visually updated, was still debated among fans when it comes to preserving the true identity of the original game. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas the Origins. This project was officially announced by Mark Zuckerberg during a major presentation from Meta, where he revealed that San Andreas was developed specifically for environment and experiencing the city of Los Santos as if they were actually there. Imagine walking through Grove Street driving cars from a first-person perspective, or even engaging in missions with full VR immersion. The potential for realism and presence was something no previous version of San Andreas had ever offered. However, despite the exciting concept, very little was ever used publicly. There were no full gameplay demonstrations, no detailed trailers, and no deep dives into how the mechanics would work in virtual reality. Over time, updates about the project became less and less frequent. Eventually, communication around it almost completely stopped. This led many fans to question what exactly happened behind the scenes. Some speculate that the scale of San Andreas made it extremely difficult to adapt to VR, especially while maintaining movement, comfort on the sand and events. Others believe the project may have faced technical challenges related to controls, motion systems, or redesigning gameplay mechanics to properly fit a VR experience. As of now, the project has not been officially canceled, but it also hasn't been released or updated in a long time. Next, we have another fan-made project that has been gaining attention online, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Next Gen Edition. This project is being developed inside the Grand Theft Auto 5 engine, also known as the Rage engine, and is being worked on by a fan group often referred to as the Revolution. The same group known for similar projects like the Vice City Next Gen Edition. The idea behind this project is ambitious. To fully recreate Grand Theft Auto San Andreas inside the modern GTA 5 engine, bringing the entire map, atmosphere, and experience into a newer generation of graphics. Unlike typical mods or map ports,
Good afternoon.
Weapons over here!
Ngon chỗ nào?
Where the
Who?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'll snipe. We have guns here.
Gila, I get to go. Sumpah, tadi dia main. Jadi pisau baju. Jadi tiga dia. Kalau range dia mati. Ada suruh pakai.
All right, weapons. I have found my new favorite gun.
Itu ini sejodoh. Construction kan ni? Itu je pirate dah.
I'm taking the big gun.
Ini macam machine gun. Mana SMG lah?
Look at this big, beautiful gun.
Boleh kita sudah dalam.
Weapons over here. I'm gonna try this scope out.
Oh ni, okay, sorry. Dia dapat kilatkan dia pun.
Bentuknya lah.
There's a big gun. I'm gonna try this scope out.
Macam mana?
Weapons over here.
Except it never made it to the final game. I saw him leaving your apartment. Oh, no, I think this was purposely removed from the game because if it was left in the final game, fix most of the trail way too obvious. And there's another quick dialogue, another mission where a very similar interaction happens as well.
Generowe.
So let's take a minute to acknowledge Ryder. For example, in the mission Home Invasion, you accidentally make too much noise when the combat comes. You'll realise that as you move out the property, Ryder has abandoned, giving us a clue that he has this mentality that's early in the game to completely leave us behind.
Ryder, where the hell you at, man?
We also see in many of his cutscenes that the Ryder is a little bit of a runner. There's several phrases where it basically is always referring to himself. You see him in one cutscene digging his garden, his backyard, because he's trying to find the drug that he buried. It's pretty obvious to say that Ryder is a pretty big addict. The biggest clue that ties them both together, in my opinion, is in the mission Reuniting Families, where the whole gang arrive to the hotel and it ends up being ambushed by the cops.
Hey, what you doing? Come, get back here, man. We out of here, baby. I ain't leaving my spot. I ain't no boss. Man, it's just a motherfucker for himself.
And at the very ending of the mission, chase sequence begins. We see Ryder and Big Smoke reappear and move seemingly nowhere. And when CJ and Sweet get into the vehicle, they act rather suspiciously. Ryder seems to tap Big Smoke on the shoulder, and they kind of glance at each other in a very unusual way. Where on earth did these two guys go? The whole time CJ was inside the hotel. I guess we'll never know. A few missions later, the big reveal happens.
Oh, shit, Smoke, what you into? Shit, look at that ride. That's a motherfucking speed saver.
Except something's kind of wrong about this. Many players have a problem with that. It seems like Ryder wasn't meant to be here. That's all.
Shit, Smoke. Where's my ears? Smoke.
Well, it turns out in the beta version of the game, Ryder was meant to be a villain, except the reveal of this was supposed to be much later on, where in the mission Photo Opportunity, this was supposed to be the very first time CJ discovers that Ryder is a betrayer.
Why? Damn, serve here, fool. Oh, man, it's true. Boss, fool of fam. What's he rolling with the ballers for?
So we've covered GTA San Andreas, but there's more betrayals in the GTA series that arguably are much more sinister. And next I want to move on to Grand Theft Auto 4, because I need to talk to you guys about Michelle. Now the whole situation with Michelle is instantly very suspicious. Despite only knowing Nico for about 10 seconds, she gives in easily when Valerie tries to convince the two of them to go on a date.
Nico, you know what? You need someone to show you a good time. Michelle, how about you? Valerie, stop it. Come on, you guys. You're both single. You're adults. Take a number, Nico. Hey, I'd like to see you again, Nico. You look like that kind of guy I want to get to know.
No more than a few minutes after this mission's been completed, she already calls you back up asking you to go on a date, even though you literally just said goodbye to her the same day.
You do not normally do what?
You're not making this easy for me, are you? I'm asking you out on a date.
However, on the way to Nico's first date with Michelle, Roman rings him and tells him that he's been cornered by the loan sharks, forcing Nico to turn around and go and save his cousin. Now, after this mission, Michelle texts you a very strange message asking you if you're involved with that evil. She's immediately jumping to crime and being associated with bad. But the next clue comes when Nico does finally go on a date with Michelle. It turns out that there's something very suspicious about this one.
Just move in.
What?
Stuff. Some you can still have tags on.
Oh, well, I'd like to think
You can see that. Everything. Michelle go on their first date, she's very reluctant to ask any questions relating to it, but she does. Instead, she's very persistent in searching and finding out what Nico does instead.
No, I guess I'm married to
Kalau
my
kedatangan
dog.
lagi, dia bawa halus gitu.
I work with
Saya kata,
Valerie.
terus kalau kita begini makanya tuh ada skin. Lari-lari ada skin. Lagi skin.
The real clues, though,
Ini kalau cakap
present themselves as you take yourselves on more dates. Michelle, for example, if you go to the Irish bar, she will say that the place seems like the kind of place Irish
Kita tes
guys
di sini lah, dia sudah.
And another very interesting thing here is that when you take Michelle drinking, she seems to remain
Drinking,
sober, despite Nico clearly being really drunk. Appears that Michelle only likes to ask Nico very deep and personal questions. She knows nothing about him. Sometimes when you take Michelle home, you can try your luck, if you will, and sometimes she can deny you and request. But then the game gives you the option to impress her, which sometimes she will reply very strange things.
How about the kids? Anything for my country.
Something strange about her. In the end, obviously, Bishop the snowstorm, Elisabetta sends Nico to the abandoned hospital to retrieve his boat. However, when he returns it to the drop-off point, instead of the contact meeting is someone unexpected. Michelle.
This is not the place for you, Michelle. As it happens, it is. Nico, I have been working for the government. I'm afraid it's my job to watch you this entire life. I'm sorry that I had to be this way. I'm really sorry. Hey, you know, you could have gone out too. You were so small.
This young girl sees a mother and her little child lying on the side of the road. And the moment she notices them, her heart feels like it's breaking inside. So she quietly walks to a nearby grocery store, holding back her tears, and she buys a few simple things: some fresh fruit, a little food, and some bottled water. Because even the smallest
Now, with the betrayal in the GTA game, doesn't
then
come
she slowly takes out
when
some cash.
betrayal is one of the
Writes a
things
small note
in the world to go.
gently places
Obviously, from our perspective, Michael's betrayal is very I know. However, I want to analyze this video is the perspective of Trevor. I clearly didn't like the gear. Trevor turned the people up early in the stroller. Michael was
Saya ada punya
that. But I'm
bola
first
yang jauh.
analyzed. Michael is leaving. He's then suddenly grabbed by the security
Kalau okey lah, ada
guards
bisa.
to Michael's
Harap in future membuat itu lagi kalau sebelum melalui balik juga bagi dia.
In hindsight, this makes total difference in knowing what was then going to happen. Time for grieving, and Michael says you got that right. It's a sarcastic comment from him, knowing that his best friend, so-called best friend, could be dead in just a few moments' time. But the clues don't stop there. As the crew escape, the actors and all of the police in the bank, several things go wrong. Michael is absolutely adamant that no matter what happens, they must go. Obviously, now then she slowly takes out some cash and a shot at the
We gotta get this fucking thing. She then removes her own and softly places it over his head, covering the hole. As if she is saying, "Get out of here! I'm gonna leave you, my kid! Go!" The mother finally wakes up. She is shocked to see the figure beside her, but then
That's
she
where
notices
the
the
prologue
blood
gets
in
wrapped
her
up.
hands
The
begin to
clues
turn
don't stop there. Obviously, as we know, 10 years later, Trevor Phillips discovers that Mike is still alive.
Stop it! You're ruining my Yoda!
Nobody's saying
Okay, then I'm right. I'll make
Even
it
if
up
the world turns its back on you, please remember that you matter. Your
Ito.
love matters, and your child is lucky to have a mother who never gives up. As she finishes reading, the mother's heart shatters in the most painful way. Because for the first time in a long time, someone saw her struggle. Someone understood her.
Sila?
Tears. If this small act of kindness touched your heart, give one life for this girl.
However, despite being reunited, it's now Michael's job to try and keep the truth about Brad and what went down with him secret.
So she quietly
You're not abandoning her like me and Brad.
and she does a few simple things. Fresh
Your mother, you must have woke up handcuffed to a hospital 30th. That's not teamwork. It's still right to be enjoying, you know.
She slowly takes out some cash, and along with it, she writes a small note from her heart, and she gently places the money and the note inside the bag.
There's timing in the dialogue where Trevor will bring up Brad, and Michael is extremely quick to show everything she's doing now.
Trevor, all I need you to do is fly me to the target. Right? You're gonna cover me across the street. We're gonna make it as what's happening. One way, a single.
Alright, can we do this?
Yeah. We'll talk about Brad later. I gotta change. I grab this stuff. Any questions? Comments?
Brad, that crazy motherfucker was with us now. You would have loved this. He's gonna enjoy himself blessing like all criminal federal penitentiary. And even if they keep sharing,
Yeah.
the most chilling and perhaps closest moment when Trevor was easiest everything together is in this moment right here, when he was face to face with the man and the legend of Neil.
We made this small act of kindness touch your heart. Give one life for this girl.
Hey, what are we doing here, huh?
This.
Step away from me. No, Ferdinand, he's gone. He's gone. It's okay, I've got some new friends here.
Let's rewind for a second, because I think Michael's the book today says absolutely everything. Obviously, Michael being the very famous actor was shot by David. No doubt Dave's face was loaded to be used as the hero to him. Now, it's pretty cool to see how close he potentially is to right here. And there's a moment where you switch to Trevor that I really, where you see him stood outside of Michael's house writing on a note. This takes place literally just before the mission, burial hatchet, and actually what Trevor's doing on this notepad is piecing together the final clues that he's been burying in his mind the whole time.
Sergeant, stand down. Not like this. Control yourself.
Let me just ask you something. All right, something I've been thinking about.
Sergeant, stand
Up
down.
in North Yankton,
Not like this.
exactly
Control yourself.
who was buried in your place?
Sergeant, stand down.
Never gave me a thought. I know what I'm thinking. I have no clue. Treacherous position. Dead. He's dead! Trevor! Hey! Chief! lying for? Huh? When's he gonna stop? I'll give it a rest, Trevor. There's nothing there. Moment of truth.
Black Panthers like you and very decent paying customers.
If I didn't know.
Black Panthers like you and very decent paying customers.
Look, we do what we gotta do to survive. This thing didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Oh, and how was that, huh? Behind the kid and me on the ground, or both of us in the car. Brad got shot. You saw it. He didn't make it. I got shot. I did. That's it.
Next, I'm going to talk about the sequel story, my childhood trust issues. Though we should probably have realized there was something not necessarily right about it. When our very first introduction to Enterprise City, Rose, very suspicious moment, when Tommy is sent to an alleyway to retrieve the phones for a contact that's believed to be linked to Diaz himself, Mark seemingly appears out of nowhere.
The board is waiting.
Oh, way to go, tough guy.
They've been waiting for you.
Beat him to